Thanks for your company. Great to have you. Now, talk about people defying the odds to live their desired life. And one person who comes to mind is 35-year-old Daniel Opong. He's suffering from thoracic kyphosis, but he wants to have his business rather than beg on the street. For the past 15 years, Daniel Opong has been a shoemaker. In this piece, he encourages people with all forms of physical disability to desist from begging on the street.
Most people have the idea that persons with disabilities are suffering from curses as a result of punishment from God. All these negative ideas that people have raised on persons with disability could have some health reasons. Due to their conditions, some are forced to beg in the streets as a means of survival. Daniel Opong is a 35-year-old man suffering from thoracic kyphosis. He tells me he was not born with this condition, yet he has learned to live with it. Though he sometimes feels odd and stigmatized, he confirms his confidence and pride to belong.
Me 15 years ago.
I've been in the shoemaking business for the past 15 years. My senior brother taught me the trade. He learned it and recommended it to me.
Daniel had a dream of learning some other trade, but his parents could not afford his education, so he ended up in shoemaking.
But Papa and Mama no want to manage.
I was interested in other professions, but my parents could not support me. My senior brother brought me to Accra and taught me the trade.
Blessed with a child, Daniel articulates how much he makes and how he spends his income.
The business is lucrative. I make around 40 Ghana cedis from selling slippers, and for shoes, I make around 120 cedis. Some people buy 2 pairs, which give me more money. In a month, I can make around 200 Ghana cedis. My daughter started schooling this year, so I've made the necessary preparation for her education.
Though begging in the street has been frowned upon in Ghana, Daniel expresses his displeasure about people who beg in the street.
Once I want son, I say we think doing son now. I've been not beyond the years.
My advice to people begging in the streets is to desist from the act. Since they have hands to work, there is no pride in begging in the street. There is no respect in begging for alms.
Do
the little that you can. I have suffered in my life. I have farmed for several years, so I know what it means to make my own money.
Disabled people have been neglected both by government and society. The government does not have any active policy to promote the livelihoods of disabled people. There is the urgent need for companies and government to employ people with disabilities with skills and to equip those without skills.
Definitely a survivor story.